Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Human Rights class. Human rights, friends, I have defined the human rights. You all know the definition. Human rights according to section 2 of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. Human rights are the rights guaranteed by the Constitution in part 3. That is fundamental rights. Plus the rights given in the international covenants. What are they? ICCPR and ICESCR, International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and International Covenants on Cultural, Economic and Social Rights. And the rights which are tribal or which are enforceable by the courts in India, they are called human rights. Okay, as far as the Constitution is concerned, you all know that article right from 12 to 35, they deal with the fundamental rights, and particularly article 19, they deal the 6 articles, they deal with the fundamental freedoms, article 21, article 25 to 26. All these things are very, very important. They are fundamental rights. Then we have to note that as per the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights Act, the human rights are envisaged in declarations, in covenants, in conventions, in charters, etc. Today we are going to discuss or to learn about what are the different types of nomenclature. ఏమిటి కోవెనెంట్ అంటే, ఏమిటి కన్వెన్షన్ అంటే, ఏమిటి డిక్లరేషన్ అంటే, ఏమిటి చార్టర్ అంటే, ఏమిటి ఆర్టికల్ అంటే, ఏమిటి సెక్షన్ అంటే. దీస్ థింగ్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో. సో by the apparently పై కనిపించడం అంతా ఒకటిగానే ఉంటాయి, but every word has got its own meaning. This is what you have to learn. Suppose if I ask you, why did you come to the law college? You say, I want to study law, I want to read law, I want to know the law, I want to hear the lectures about law, I want to enrich my knowledge with the so-called legal subjects. So all these words convey the same meaning, but every word has got its own difference. This is what you have to learn. Without wasting much of time, let us proceed. The first word is convention, because ICCPR, ICSCR, all these things I told you. What is convention? Convention is nothing but a large gathering, a large assembly. After gathering there, this convention will declare something, will say that these are the rights we want. This is what is called convention. So convention halls, even convention hall in the Yada is very, very famous. Of course, luckily in Mongol also we have got even convention hall. Convention means a large assembly or gathering. Okay. Then covenant. What is covenant? Covenant is a signed written agreement between two or more parties to perform some action. This is what is called covenant. Covenant churches, so many will be there. So the covenant is nothing but a written agreement between the groups. So just like our contract agreement together. So covenant is a signed written agreement between the parties to do some action. Then declaration. What is the declaration? We the people of India, like that we declare. We declare. So declaration is a statement which is emphatic and which is explicit, whether it is spoken or written. So emphatic and explicit ante idi maaku kavali, this is what we want. So declaration, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We declare the UNO Charter in 1948. They declared certain human rights, maybe 30 human rights at the time they have. So this is what's called declaration. Then charter. Charter. Declaration means, so the explicit explanation or emphatic telling, whether spoken. But here please remember, charter. Charter is nothing but a document. Charter is nothing but a document incorporating or specifying the rights, specifying the including the articles of incorporation. Charter is nothing but your articles are your so-called charter is nothing but your constitution, like that. So it is a very great document containing the rights, containing incorporating an institution and specifying the rights. So this is what is called charter. UNO Charter. UNO has got charter because it's a great book. Then article. Article and section, normally they are interchangeably used. మనం ప్రతి దాంట్లో కాన్స్టిట్యూషనల్ ఆర్టికల్ అంటాం, Indian Penal Code వీటిలో సెక్షన్స్ అంటాం. సో ఆర్టికల్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ a separate section of a larger document. Separate section of a larger document like law or like a statute or like a writ. So it's a small part or separate part. Then what is section? Section is a self-contained part of a longer composition. So sections, suppose Indian Penal Code is there, it's a longer section. It is having 511 sections. There are cut pieces. So article and sections almost they together, because articles are internationally acclaimed. We used to mention them as articles. Suppose Indian kind of scenario, we mention them as sections. Nothing more difference. So friends, by now you might have been clear about the number one, convention. Second is covenant. Third one is declaration. Fourth one is charter. Fifth and sixth are article and section. So if anybody asks you, please explain the same, but don't keep a smiling face. So please note all these things, and definitely will be enriched with knowledge, particularly in the international law also. With this, I am concluding. Thank you very much.